Hey everyone, welcome back. Tonight is the night, the Nintendo Direct airs, and I'm super excited. It's still 19 minutes away, but I wanted to get some early predictions. Well, early. Wanted to get my predictions out there before the Direct starts, Anyway, some predictions and also some wishes, I suppose. The Direct was focused on titles releasing in 2019 with a direct focus on Luigi's Mansion 3 and Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now let's get those two titles out of the way. Pokemon Sword and Shield, I don't expect much. I really hope to see the evolutions of the starters and perhaps some more info on the story. But apart from that, I'm not really interested in any more information really. We've gotten so much already. And actually the same goes for Luigi's Mansion 3, It's been a while since it has been announced and it releases soon, like next month. So yeah, I wonder what they'll show. 40 minutes long. It's quite long for a direct, Really excited. A lot of stuff can be put in a 40-minute stream. Anyway, it's focused on Luigi's Mansion 3 and Pokemon Sword and Shield. I suppose they could take 10 minutes, perhaps 15 is too much. Perhaps 10 minutes on those two titles. Might just be the case, That's still half an hour of brand new stuff. I'm definitely expecting Banjo-Kazooie, a release date for Smash, of course, and some info on the stage, the moveset and whatnot, the music. And perhaps we'll see the next fighter. Have been some leaks going around. I'm not going to over that. That's nonsense. We'll see in 90 minutes or so, Apart from that, I would really like to see either release date for Hollow Knight Silksong. It has been announced with a full-fledged trailer in February this year. Still no release date. Quite interesting. The developers said they wanted to give a release date whenever the game was truly ready, and they only wanted to give a release date when they felt they could reach that date, actually manage it. So I suppose I can admire that decision. Anyway, it's been long overdue. Talking about long overdue, Bayonetta 3 was announced in December of 2017. It's almost 2 years ago. It was just a title drop, nothing more. We haven't seen anything on it. We might just see it tonight. Same goes for, well, not exactly Metroid Prime 4. Definitely not expecting anything from Metroid at all, really. I would hope, of course, to see a Metroid Prime trilogy remastered on the Switch. Not exactly expecting it. However, it would be very cool, of course. Definitely not expecting the sequel to Breath of the Wild. I'm not even sure why people bring that up. That's nonsense. We'll see that next year at E3 or something. Nonsense to bring that up. We might see some Animal Crossing gameplay. Not really expecting that either, because we already got a lot of gameplay at E3. And that was a couple of months ago, so why would they show even more stuff right now? Goes especially for Sword and Shield and Luigi's Mansion 3, but whatever. Switch Lite releases in 2 weeks. Same goes for Link's Awakening. Holy crap, can't wait for that. They might just go over it. Well, I'm expecting it, of course. And this month, the online subscription has its first anniversary, and a lot of people should or might get to be like convinced to lengthen their subscription, because right now it's not really appealing. Yeah, of course you can play online, but apart from that it's just NES games and Tetris 99, which is very popular. However, I think they need to show more to interest people, or at least, like I said, convince them to subscribe for another year now. Make it worthwhile. Let's see, what else? I must say, I'm actually quite happy with all the games still releasing this year. Spyro Reignited Trilogy just launched. We've got Witcher 3 up on the horizon, Link's Awakening, Doom Eternal, holy crap, super hyped for that game as well. We'll probably see it this night as well, I suppose, just in sizzle reel, you know. Silksong, oh, very excited for that too. We've got Animal Crossing on the way, and in a further distance we also got a sequel to Breath of the Wild and Metroid Prime 4. What else is there to look forward to? I can't even think of any other game I would love to see more than those games. Well, perhaps Paper Mario? I'd love to see Paper Mario on Switch actually. Like, even a Color Splash port would be pretty cool really. But an original game would be very nice as well, of course. We might just see Paper Mario, Super Mario Party 2, or perhaps another sports game, even though Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games releases soon. But we might just see Mario Golf or Strikers or whatever, I don't know. I'm not really into the Mario sports games, but we might just see it, you know, who knows. And then there's Pikmin. Yeah, we've heard from Nintendo, actually Miyamoto, that Pikmin 4 has been in development for a long time and it was ready in 2015 or something. I'm not really expecting it. And there are always three predictions for Pikmin. It's either a Pikmin 3 port, a Pikmin trilogy on the Switch, or Pikmin 4. And I believe the latter would be the most plausible. Not really a fan of Pikmin, so I don't care much either. Then there's F-Zero. That franchise would be very cool to see a new title, of course, but not really expecting it as well. Some indie games, of course. Well, I said Silksong, so that's in the game. Entitled Goose Game launches on the same day as the Switch Lite, as does Link's Awakening, also cool. Yeah, and apart from that, I'm definitely not expecting a new Mario game actually, in the form of a sequel to Odyssey or a Super Mario Sunshine remake. People are already talking about a Sunshine remake, and Odyssey DLC. Odyssey released 2 years ago. They are not gonna suddenly release DLC for a game released 2 years ago. That's nonsense. We might just see a sequel. I don't really see that happening, even though Nintendo did such a thing with Super Mario Galaxy. But perhaps they once thought of DLC and they suddenly decided, like, just like with Breath of the Wild, they made a sequel out of ideas from DLC. And just like Hollow Knight Silksong, that also started as DLC, but eventually became a full-fledged game because they got so many ideas. They wanted to implement them all in a game. It wasn't possible from DLC, so they decided to make a game. Perhaps that's what they're doing with Odyssey. We don't know. We might just see it. I'm just not expecting it this evening. I'm expecting a lot of games releasing this year, really. Not exactly expecting games for 2020. Apart from perhaps a title drop and some Animal Crossing gameplay, that's it, you know. So yeah, people were talking about Monolith Soft. I'm not sure if that's the correct name. The company that released Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and the other Xenoblade Chronicles games. They retweeted the Nintendo Direct announcement and people are speculating a new game. I suppose we could see that. Chronicles 2 released in 2017, so perhaps they've been working on another title released. Well, at least scheduled for perhaps late 2020 or something, and they'll announce it this evening. Sounds a bit odd, but whatever. Might be plausible. You know, so far that sounds like a decent prediction, a decent compilation of predictions. I think I'll leave it with this, and I'll see you soon when the direct starts, and that would be a split second for you, of course, but I'll see you in a minute. And I'm back. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? 2.5 minutes away from the direct. I forgot to mention Overwatch, which got leaked. A Switch case got leaked, and I heard rumors about a release date in October or something. We'll see it in the direct. I don't like to go over leaks that much, but this seems pretty concrete, so we'll see. And apart from that, I forgot to mention perhaps Star Fox, and also the leaks about an SNK character. I'm not really familiar with SNK games, so we'll see what happens. I'm talking about a Smash character. Anyway, minute and a half away. From what I've seen in the previous directs, they always start immediately with a game, and the game is most of the time pretty impressive. So I'm really stoked already. I'm very, very excited. 1 minute away. Oh my god. But I must say, my hopes aren't really that high because, like I said, there are already so many amazing games coming up. I don't know what to expect anymore. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's see what Nintendo has in store for us this last quarter of the year, and perhaps early 2020. Perhaps they go over Mario Kart Tour or another mobile game. Don't really expect it, but that's also something that came up in my mind. Yeah. 20 seconds away, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's just sit right back and let it all sink in. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Oh my god. Let's go. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Peggy 18.
Peggy 18. Let's go. Nice new visuals. Let's go. Let's go. Hype. So hyped. It's oh, it's Overwatch. What the hell? They start with Overwatch. Wow. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Not gonna buy it, but that's cool. So yeah, that was leaked, which is a shame, of course, because reveals are the most fun when they're surprising, of course. Still pretty cool. Overwatch is a nice game to have on the Switch. Even though, again, I wouldn't play it, but it's nice. It's good to see that Activision still has some interest in the Switch, you know. Because I heard they previously said they kind of didn't, but now they did, so cool. Yeah, nice.
皆さん、おはようございます。任天堂ダイレクトの案内役を務めます高橋です。
It's been a while, guys. It's been a while since we've
最
had
初
a
にご覧いた
direct.
だいたのはブリザードエンターテインメントさんのオーバーウォッチです。今年の10月に発売を予
Oh,
定
it's
されている
Blizzard.
ので、
I'm sorry.
今後の続報に
I'm
ご
stupid.
期待ください。ここからは任天堂スイッチのヘッドラインです。ご覧ください。
Headlines. Okay, here we go.
Luigi's Mansion 3 takes place in a haunted hotel,
Luigi's Mansion.
where every floor has a distinct theme unlike any other. Case in point, Tomb Suites. I mean, a pyramid inside
Wow,
a
the
hotel.
game looks really nice, really polished.
Guess we should expect some mummies, harsh sands,
Oh wow,
and
it
booby
looks
traps.
great.
As for the
Wow.
other floors, well, there's a disco floor, a pirate-themed restaurant. You get the idea. May not be the usual amenities, but there's a rogues gallery of bosses to check out
Wow.
before you, well,
This game
check
looks
out.
amazing.
Speaking of amenities,
Not
step
really a
right up
fan
to
of
this all-new
Luigi's Mansion,
attraction,
but wow.
Screen Park. In this party mode, there's a Luigi team and a Gooigi team. With only one Nintendo Switch system, 2 to 8 players can battle it out.
Cool.
See which
Party
team can
mode.
defeat the most
Nice.
ghosts. Collect the most
Wow.
coins by piloting floaties with the Poltergust G00 and break the most targets. Hey, even Luigi needs a break sometimes. Luigi's Mansion 3 opens its doors
Wow,
on October
this is really a
31st,
full-fledged
just in time for
game.
Halloween.
All these modes and wow, very
Get a load
nice.
of this new free-to-start Kirby game. Kirby, and Kirby are teaming up again to face tough
It's a
bosses.
Kirby game.
We're calling it Super Kirby Clash. Take up
Cool.
quests in town, and collectively,
Super
you and your
Kirby
team
Clash,
will get more
another
jobs.
one of
That's
those
right,
Kirby
get your
games, you know,
weapons, Get your gear, and get ready.
for which the
Some
3DS
mighty
had
tough
a
enemies await.
million.
There are more than 100 quests. So,
Sure,
take a look
nice.
at your enemy
That's
and
nice.
make sure you have the right jobs for the job. The key to victory is to know your role and work as a team. You can play alone, together on one console, team up via local wireless, or even play online.
Hey, Switch Lite.
It'll be time to unite with friends and players from around the world and overcome each challenging quest when Super Kirby Clash launches shortly after this presentation. And hey, it's free to start too.
Nice logo. Shortly after this presentation,
Long-awaited, recently
cool,
released RPG
nice.
is getting a
That's
remake.
nice.
After 25 years, fans of the Mana series can look forward to the HD remake of the third game in the trilogy, Trials of Mana.
Didn't we already see
From 6
this?
different characters, you'll choose a protagonist and 2 companions. The ones you choose will determine which of the interwoven stories you'll follow through this reimagined world.
Now you remember what will happen to dear Jessica if I die.
This interference will not be forgotten.
As each character advances, they'll have the opportunity to switch their class, allowing them to learn stronger special moves and spells, step into the light, or show your dark side when picking your class to change your character's appearance and abilities. Unlike the classic version, characters have full range of movement, including jumping and combo attacks for each member of your party.
Yeah, not really my
Once
thing.
again, the wheels of fate are beginning to turn. Find out what's in store for the beloved world of Trials of Mana on April 24th.
A 2020 game.
Just what happened to the crew of this doomed ship? The Oberdin vanished at sea in 1803, only to wash up
What's
4 years
this?
later in Falmouth, England with no sign of survivors. The fate of the crew remains unknown. As an insurance investigator for the East India Company, you must board the ship and uncover the mystery of its disappearance and return.
I don't
Your
really like
analysis
this
will rely
art style.
heavily on one less than ordinary device, Use the power of the Momentum Mortem pocket watch to turn back time and witness each soul's last moment.
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
Explore the ship. Observe
Cool
the
concept.
situation and record your logical deductions. Without you, the true tale will never be told. What brought the Oberdin to such an end?
Seems a bit boring. Not really convinced.
Little by little, tease apart the misfortunes of the ship and its crew to solve the mystery. Return of the Oberdin arrives on Nintendo Switch in autumn 2019. There's a small town out there with a big secret.
Hey, town!
Never leave town. That is the rule agreed
Finally,
upon by the people
little
of this
town
peaceful
hero.
town, and the castle protecting it.
Like the leaked
One day, there suddenly appeared a
thingy.
giant monster. To defend the townspeople,
Wow, looks
one boy
nice.
named Axe will stand up to face it. And the only weapons he'll need are ideas. But to win one of these battles, you must know when to use them. Strategy is everything if there's any hope to win. During battle, you can move around to garner support from townspeople. Take advantage to gain the advantage.
Oh, so it's more like
Seize
a
every opportunity to protect your town in this new RPG from Game Freak. And almost
like
all
Fire
the music
Emblem,
in
you
the
know.
game was composed by Undertale creator Toby Fox. Little Town Hero will make a stand on Nintendo Switch
wow,
October 16th.
Toby Fox. Oh, that's
You
cool.
can preload the game
That's
from
cool.
Nintendo eShop shortly after this
Nice.
presentation.
Oh, that's so early. Wow.
Autumn
That's
is coming
cool.
to Super
That's
Smash
cool.
Bros. Ultimate.
Banjo, Banjo.
We can finally confirm the release date of Challenger Pack 3, Banjo and Kazooie.
Awesome.
And the release date is
And it is?
today.
When? When?
After
When?
today's Nintendo Direct, we'll broadcast a video detailing how to use Banjo and
What?
Kazooie,
Today?
featuring the game's director,
That's
Masahiro Sakurai.
That's so cool.
As a special treat, the video will begin immediately following the Nintendo Direct you're watching right now. To tide yourself over until the release of Banjo and Kazooie, please check it
Wow.
out.
We're gonna react to that too.
But first,
Wow, that's so cool. What? Oh, it's the next. It's the next one. It's the next one. Oh my god. We're going back in time. A whole lot back in time. SNES. That's the Neo Geo. Oh, it's of course the SNK character. Yeah, but what is it? What? I don't recognize it, but it's that guy. Yeah, it's the guy everyone was talking about. Oh, wait. Who's it gonna be? I bet people are gonna be disappointed about this. I mean, I don't really recognize this franchise either, so... Then who is it gonna be?
Hey, come on!
It's who? Yeah, it's him. Terry. Okay, cool. Cool. Nice. Fatal Fury. Alright. Cool. November. Alright. Not really excited, but a new character is a new character, and new characters are cool.
Terry
so-
Bogard from Fatal Fury is joining the battle. That means we've revealed 4 of the 5 fighters.
Okay,
included in the
unexpected,
Fighter Pass.
but
Could
nice.
there really be only one left?
Only one
We're
left.
happy to
Special
confirm
announcement.
the
Whoa,
development
update?
of more
Update
DLC
news?
fighters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Outside the 5 fighters included in the Fighters Pass, we can confirm that other new fighters are in development. The battle is
No! That's awesome!
いかがでしたか？
That's
最
awesome!
後に告知された
Wow.
さらなる世界ファイターについての詳細
Oh,
を
that's so cool! That's so
改
cool!
めてお伝えします。引き続き、任天堂スイッチのヘッドラインです。
It's about time to wake the Windfish in The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening!
Next
Link's
big
Awakening!
adventure on Nintendo Switch is fast approaching. You'll meet some strangely
Oh, I'm so
endearing
hyped.
islanders
Holy crap! That looks so nice!
and encounter some oddly familiar faces. Whatever happens, help Link escape Koholint Island before its mysteries get the best of him.
Kirby!
With the all-new chamber dungeon,
Oh wow, it
you
looks
place chambers
great!
earned on your adventure to arrange
Can't
your own
wait.
dungeons.
2 weeks. 2 weeks
Plus
away.
effects that
2 weeks
alter
away.
chambers. And save chamber dungeons to a compatible amiibo figure featuring a character from the Legend of Zelda series. That way, your friends can play them.
Oh,
Be
cool.
ready. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening will launch on September 20th.
Cool.
And the new Link amiibo will be available that
Oh,
same
those
day.
enemies are fun.
Pre-order it from Nintendo eShop now and earn double gold points.
Cool.
You know the hero's might
Yeah.
from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now join his adventure. Dragon Quest XI S, Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition is exactly that. The most complete version of a sprawling adventure
Yeah,
story
we
that
know.
allows you to
I tried the
choose
demo, it's
between
nice.
HD and 2D graphics. Travel
But
to
still
past
not
Dragon
quite
Quest
sure if I'll
worlds
buy the whole game.
and experience new character-focused stories. The day the game launches, free downloadable content can be found in the Champions Pack, including consumable items and
Free
more
DLC.
equipment that can change the appearance of party members.
Cool.
An RPG giant draws near. Dragon Quest XI S, Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition journeys onto Nintendo Switch September 27th. Until then, you can prepare for your adventure with the
That's
free
my
demo on
subsist-
Nintendo eShop. Looking for more Fire Emblem goodness? Then say hello to Tokyo. The worlds of the Fire Emblem series and Atlas games have
Wait,
crossed
is
paths,
this
and the
that
result
one
is coming
game
to Nintendo Switch.
that got announced in January
The story takes
2017 or
place in modern
something?
Tokyo, where creative energy is so abundant it's materialized into something called Performa, which attracts wicked mirages
People
who suck it out of
Probably gonna freak out about this.
You'll face off against this threat as up-and-comer Itsuki Aoi and his friends who are trying to make it in the entertainment business. Fire Emblem characters like Chrom and Sita will join you from another dimension. Together, you'll wage deep, turn-based battles, blending the combat of the Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei series. And, in the Nintendo Switch version, there's a new song that wasn't included in the original. Be sure to check out the other new features, from the new story elements to the characters joining you in battle for the first time. Hey, is that Tiki? Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore releases January 17th, 2020. You can preload it from Nintendo eShop shortly after this presentation.
3 years after its announcement.
Welcome back to where nothing is what
Cool.
it seems. Boston, 2019. It all begins again when FBI agent Aaliyah Davis opens an investigation into an old serial killer case. She also opens a door to the unknown, a door that also takes us back to New Orleans, 14 years ago. Here, our story follows an FBI agent who goes by the name of York. The journey between
Even
past
more
and present
DLC
takes
characters.
Aaliyah and York on a winding path.
For Smash.
But what lies
That's
at the
just
end?
insane.
Will it be truth or
Just
madness?
insane. Even
Deadly
more.
Premonition 2,
A
Blessing in
second
Disguise
pass,
boggles and
perhaps?
beguiles on Nintendo Switch in 2020. And now for the shocker. The original game in the series will launch on Nintendo eShop as Deadly Premonition Origins, shortly after this presentation.
Shocker.
Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is
Cool.
finally coming to Nintendo Switch. Check it out.
Finally, I didn't even know this game. Looks nice. Looks really nice. Okay, cool. Cloud cross saves. Okay. Cool.
And now for a message from Bethesda.
After this presentation
Hey Nintendo
as
fans,
well.
Pete Hines from Bethesda. On behalf of everyone
Whoa,
at
Doom
Nintendo,
64!
I'm
Wow!
excited to announce something really cool that we
That's
have coming to
awesome.
Nintendo Switch later this year. I'm sure many of you have fond memories of spending countless
Wow!
hours
Doom
playing
64!
on
Awesome!
Nintendo 64. Well, this year is the 25th anniversary of Doom, one of the most popular first-person
Awesome.
franchises ever. And to celebrate, we're re-releasing
Wow.
our favorite games.
All Doom games available on the Switch. All of
For
them!
the first time since its original release
1,
in
2, 3,
1997,
Doom 64, Doom
will be officially
2016,
available
and
on a
Doom
Nintendo
Eternal.
console. Relive your crusade
I'm gonna buy
against
this as
demons
well.
in more than 30 action-packed levels. Or if you're a newcomer,
Awesome.
experience
The
retro
lighting
first-person
is
shooter
so
that helped
well
make
done
Doom
in
one of
this-
the
in
most
this game.
popular
It's
shooter
awesome.
franchises in history.
Awesome.
Doom 64 will release on Nintendo Switch
Wow,
on
and the
November
sprites are
22nd
amazing as
this
well.
year.
A totally original game. November 22nd. Okay, cool. Cool. Nice.
Introducing
Wow.
a brand new IP
Awesome.
from developer Hi-Rez Studios, Rogue Company. To most of the world, Rogue Company is a rumor at best, but its operatives are the real deal. And as one of these elite specialists, you'll face challenges which will require your specialized abilities and tools to combat the infamous organization Jackal. Play against friends
Okay.
or match up with a similarly skilled team online in a variety
Doom
of
64.
objective-based game modes.
What?
Whether you wield guns,
Awesome.
gadgets, or melee
Awesome.
weapons, your playstyle will depend on your choice of mercenary, which can be fully customized. There will be plenty of modes, maps, weapons, skins, in-game events, and more. When Rogue Company sneaks up on
Banjo.
Nintendo Switch
Right
in 2020,
available right after this presentation.
いかがでしたか。
Sweet.
次はシリーズ完全新作ポケットモンスターソードシールド
I'm doing good. Oh, Pokemon, of course. Hopefully the evolutions of the starters. Please, I beg you. Please.
Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield take place in the
Okay,
Galar region, a
hype,
scenic
guys.
land where people and Pokemon work together toward a prosperous future. Among them, you'll encounter new
Wow,
Pokemon
nice
and
areas.
meet new people throughout your adventure. Today, we'll cover 4 features you can look forward to. First, customizing your look.
4
Once
features.
again, the latest
Right.
entry in the series lets you pick
Okay,
your
cool.
outfit. This time, it's not just tops and bottoms, but a wide
Nice.
variety,
We kind of really
including
need this,
outerwear
but
and gloves.
nice. Sweet.
Plus, you can change your hairstyle.
Nice. I don't really
Or
do
put on a
much
little makeup.
customization in Pokemon games.
There's
I
a
don't
lot
really
more to
care,
becoming
but
a
it's
champion
nice
than simply
that it's
honing your
available.
battle skills. You've got to look the part too, don't you think? Second, Pokemon Camp. During your journey through the Galar region, you can camp anytime at
Okay.
Pokemon Camp.
Nice
While
menu.
you're there, you can play with your Pokemon. And as you get to know them better, they'll also improve in battle.
Cool.
Additionally, in the wild area, you can visit other players'
Wow.
camps too. Feel free to bring along one of your Pokemon and hang out with up to 3 other players
cool.
at the camp.
Cool.
We definitely
Wow, all
recommend
these new
interacting with
Pokemon,
another
so
player's
cool.
Pokemon.
I'm so hyped for this game.
Third, curry on rice. Pokemon Camp is also a great place to cook up a dish that is very popular in the Galar region. Curry on rice. How your curry turns out and what type it is ultimately depends on which berries and other ingredients you use.
Curry, just curry.
Not to mention the heart you put into it.
Cool. Reminds me of the
There
minigame
are
from
more
Diamond
than
and Pearl,
100 types.
in which you could make
And
those
each one you
puffs,
cook up
those
will be
cakes.
registered in your curry decks. The goal? To master the art of curry. Huh? What's that Pokemon doing here? And fourth, we'll
Curry?
introduce
What's...
some new Pokemon discovered
Hey,
in the
new
Galar
Pokemon.
region. First is Poltegeist. Normally, it makes a
Yay!
home for itself by hiding amongst
Oh,
tableware
cool.
in hotels and restaurants.
Funny.
Its body is made of tea, complete with its own aroma and flavor. It may even allow a trusting trainer to taste its tea. This ghost-type Pokemon also has a special ability called Weak Armor. Next, another new Pokemon called Cramorant. This flying and water-type Pokemon has
Oh,
really
nice.
huge
I like
appetite.
it.
It will swallow
Sunny.
anything it can fit in its mouth.
Like a dodo.
When it uses surf or dive during battle, watch as it rises from the water, along with the catch in its mouth. If it takes damage in this state, it'll retaliate by spitting out its catch at the attacker. This is Cramorant's exclusive new ability, Gulp Missile.
That's amazing. I love it. Wow, that's so
And that's all
cool.
we have to share with you today. Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will launch on Nintendo Switch November 15th.
Can't mean that. That's
いかがでしたか
all?
発
That's
売まであと2ヶ
all?
月となりましたが
Nah, come on,
新
not
たな冒
even
険
the
にご期待くだ
starters.
さい。さて、任天堂スイッチオンラインの公式サービスが開始され、
Alright.
そろそろ1年となります。任天堂スイッチ
Hey,
オンライン
the
では
online
これまで
membership.
さまざまなサービスを提供してまいりました。そしてこの度新しいサービスが加わります。
Mm-hmm.
スーパーファミコン任天堂スイッチオンラインです。
Yay! Super Nintendo games.
発売され
Awesome.
たさまざまなタイトルを任天堂スイッチでお
Cool.
楽しみ
Very
いただけるように
nice.
なります。
Expected, but nice. Ooh.
中には
Already some nice
今回
games.
が初めて
Already
の
some
ワ
nice games. Links.
ワイルドトラッ
Link
ク
to
ス
the
も加わりま
past.
す。
Cool. Cool.
もちろん
Cool.
ジョイコンを
Stunt
装備して
race
の対
effects
戦
even.
協力プレイやフレンドとのオンラインプレイを楽しむことができます。
Sweet. Awesome.
巻き戻し機能も初めからついています。そして最初に配信されるタイ
Rewind
トルですが
function. Nice.
ご覧の20タイトルすべてを
Okay,
明
these
日
were
10
the
月
games.
6日から配信開始いたします。
Super Metroid.
今後の
Awesome.
タイトル追加につきましては不定
Let's
期で行う
see.
予定です
Okay, cool games. No Duncan Country
Nintendo
yet,
Switch
but
Online
we'll
に加入
probably
さ
see
れ
it
てい
in
れば
future.
無料でお楽しみいただ
Nice,
けますので
nice.
ぜひご体験ください。
Awesome.
あ、これわかりました？当時の操作感覚でお楽しみいただけるよう
Yeah, of course, the
任天堂
controllers.
スイッチオンライン専用のコントローラーも発売いたします。充電はプロコントローラーのように USB ケーブルで行います。このコントローラーは任天堂スイッチオンライン加入者限定商品として販売いた
That's
し
so
ます。
much better than the
詳
original
しい情報は
NES
ウ
game
ェブサイ
controllers.
トでご確認ください。当時と同じコントローラーで遊んでみるのはいかがでしょうか。
Nice.
引き続き
Nice.
任天堂スイッチのヘッドラインです。
More Nintendo Switch headlines.
Can
Here
you
we go.
survive this? Nintendo Switch Online
Version 2.
large-scale puzzle battle game Tetris 99
Survival
is
mode.
getting a free update. Tetris 99 Invictus is here, and not for the faint of heart. You can't even play it until you achieve Tetris Maximus status. Can you survive against the best of the best? Well,
Okay,
good
cool.
luck. We're also adding in daily missions for some added challenges.
Wow, you're really upgrading the game. Nice.
You can acquire tickets and exchange them for a variety of custom themes.
Wow, cool.
To showcase your
Cool
accomplishments,
themes.
we're tossing in a vast array of new player icons too.
Wow, they're really
Beyond
upping
that,
up the game.
The second wave of paid DLC is here as well. In two-player share battle mode, Pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend for a 2-player game against each other and the CPU. And get together with friends to battle via local
Multiplayer.
wireless
Wow,
on
they're
your
really
Nintendo Switch
improving the
systems
game.
in local arena mode. The version 2.0 update for Tetris 99
Today.
will be released
Cool.
on September 5th. A packaged version, including the game, DLC,
And
and a
tomorrow.
Nintendo Switch Online 12-month individual membership will be available September 20th.
Nice.
Mario and
Oh,
Sonic
yeah.
are ready to kick it old school
Olympic
in
Games.
Tokyo. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games has become a tradition of its own. This time, there are more than 20 events, including the 100-meter, karate, football, skateboarding, rugby sevens, sport climbing, badminton, gymnastics, surfing.
Whoa,
And you know
looks
what?
cool.
There's more where that came from. Check out these 10 retro style events, each one rocking some sweet 2D style graphics.
Yeah, nice.
They're all new, all retro, and very refreshing to play. On top of that,
Looks cool.
there are new mini-games, unlockable characters, and a story
Wow.
mode in which Mario, Sonic, Bowser, and Dr.
story
Eggman must
mode.
escape from a game based on the Olympic Games Tokyo 1964. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo
Ooh.
2020 will go for the gold.
Very nice.
The next Daemon X Machina demo will be here
Daemon
sooner
X,
than you
yeah.
think. Ahead of the game's release next week, the free demo version Daemon X Machina Prologue demo will be available for download after this
Another
presentation.
demo.
In this prologue, you'll man your arsenal through the
I'm
beginning of the
totally
game.
not excited for this game.
All of your progress can carry over to the full game. If you've never played an action shooter game like this before, and you're wondering what they're all about, this is the perfect time to take one
Well,
for a test
that
run.
is nice,
A
of
key
course.
feature of this demo is
That's
the co-op
nice.
mode for up to 4 players. And we're happy to report that it can be played via local wireless.
Cool.
So, gather your friends, and make the bosses feel like the little guys.
Come on, guys,
Full
we
game
need
will
some
also
information
support
on
online play.
Hollow Knight
Be ready by
Silk Song.
customizing your arsenal and honing your
It's
skills on
been
missions.
so long.
What hides beneath your arsenal's armor? A god or a demon? Daemon X Machina will be ready
What's
for
the
action
surprise
September
gonna be? Pikmin? Paper Mario? Metroid?
A Star Wars classic so fun, it's back
Star
for
Wars.
more.
Star Wars what? What game?
Kyle Katarn, agent of the New Republic, is our only
Really?
hope to stop a rogue Jedi.
That's cool.
Get your lightsaber out
Finally
ready,
some Star Wars games on the
blaster in hand.
Switch.
Prepare
Gee.
to wield the full power of the Force.
Okay, cool.
Courtesy
Cool.
of Aspire.
We
Full
needed
single-player
this.
experience of Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast
Soon.
is coming to
On
Nintendo
music.
Switch September 24th.
Nice. Nice.
We've got new details on some upcoming games.
What? What's this?
Here's where my journey
Oh,
begins.
You are
The
Geralt
Witcher.
of Rivia,
Awesome.
mercenary monster slayer. Your current contract? Tracking down a living weapon known as the Child of Prophecy. You'll have a whole world to explore, at home and on the go.
So nice.
When The Witcher 3 Wild
So
Hunt
nice.
Complete Edition comes to Nintendo Switch on October 15th. And all downloadable content and story expansions are along for the ride.
Awesome. All the DLC.
Become the most feared pirate in the Caribbean in Assassin's Creed 4
Assassin's Creed
Black Flag.
4.
Then transform
Wow.
into the ultimate assassin hunter in Assassin's Creed Rogue. That's 2 action-packed games for one great value.
Awesome.
All past
Might
DLC
even get
and
this.
new features like touch control and motion aiming, coming
Awesome.
exclusively to Nintendo Switch in
Wow,
Assassin's Creed:
cool.
The Rebel Collection.
Oh, cool.
Battle for survival at the edge of a savage frontier in the online free-to-play action RPG Dauntless. Whether you're a veteran looking to take your Slayer on the go, or a rookie ready to
I don't
forge
know.
your legacy, you'll hone your skills, craft and customize hundreds of gear options, and team up with other Slayers to take down boss-sized
Imagine a new F-Zero
As you can
game.
see, the folks at Phoenix Labs are adding loads of new content in anticipation of the game's launch on Nintendo Switch. And there's plenty more on the horizon. Open your calendar. More games
More
are on
games?
the way.
What's this? Oh, it's that? Oh, Doom Eternal. I saw Doom Eternal. Just Dance. Oh, great, yeah. Farm Simulator. Yeah, the usual stuff. Outer Worlds, very cool. Very cool. Okay. Devil May Cry 2.
いかがでしたか？次は集まれ動
Animal
物の森
Crossing.
です。
Okay.
6月に公開した内容を改めてご紹介する映像をご用意しましたのでご覧ください。
Okay, cool. Some loot. Okay, cool. Very cool. I'm curious.
Thank you for choosing the Deserted Island Getaway Package. A laid-back, relaxing time in a haven of nature awaits. For you and the other
amazing.
folks participating in the Getaway Package, the time's come to get into the groove of Deserted Island life.
Wow, this looks
It
so
may be a deserted
nice.
island, but the Resident Services building at its center is here to support your needs,
Oh, wow,
so there's
cool.
nothing to worry about. For starters, we'll provide you with a tent. Please select the spot where you'd like it set up.
On the beach?
Oh, and there's something else. We'd like to offer you an original Nook Inc. Nook phone. It comes pre-installed with a variety of apps for all your deserted island needs, including recipes for crafting tools and furniture. Let's start by crafting an axe. We're going to need some materials, like branches
Awesome. I can't wait to play this game. Oh, it's gonna be
and
amazing.
stones.
It's gonna be
Then
amazing.
we'll head to Resident Services and use the workbench. Nicely done. You can use the tools you craft to acquire new materials, like this. And with those, you can craft more items.
Sweet, yeah. That's really nice.
Feel free to place furniture inside or outside.
Very nice.
You
Very
can fine-tune
nice.
the arrangement so that the decor expresses your style, and you can fully enjoy the deserted island life.
Amazing. So amazing.
Let's head back to Resident Services. Here we sell tools and furniture.
Okay, still a shop. Cool.
We also buy your unwanted items, including any weeds you remove, as part of our island cleanup plan. In addition to the usual in-game currency, bells, you can also earn Nook Miles through the Nook Mileage program. You can exchange your miles for special items and recipes. You'll earn miles through a host of activities on the island, so be sure to take advantage of this program. There are many ways to experience the joys of life on a deserted island. Go fishing, catch some bugs, tend to flowers,
It looks so
and
amazing.
pick them to make a garland. Thanks to crafting, even weeds have their uses. A vaulting pole makes it easy to quickly cross a river. A nutritious snack will help you shovel up a tree in no time. Plant it somewhere else to change things up in that corner of the island.
Convenient. Not really possible in
The
previous
scene
games.
changes with the time and weather. There will
What?
be sunshine,
Yeah.
cloudy days, rainfall,
Looks
and enough wind to shake the trees. Depending on the time of day and the season, you'll encounter different creatures to catch too. Sociable types who live together on the same island can play simultaneously, up to 4 players at a time on one system. We hope you enjoy living together and working together in the same space. With a local wireless or internet connection, you can travel to another player's island for a total of 8 players in
This is
one
gonna be my
visit.
life.
The whole scene feels meant to be. Why not snap a photo with everyone and make it a lasting memory? How's Deserted Island life looking? What we've shown you here today is truly just the beginning. There's so much more
I
waiting
can
to be
imagine.
discovered.
Whoa! Huge
So many
mushrooms.
activities, animals to encounter, and more calling to you from the island. We can't wait for you to experience the Nook Inc. Deserted Island Getaway Package.
Oh wow, bait. Very nice. Very nice.
いかがでしたか？発
Very
売まで
nice.
もう少しだけお時間をいただきますが、楽しみにお待ちください。
What's the surprise? What's
さて
the surprise?
次の映像が最後になります。
The
ご
next
覧
game.
ください。
Yeah, right. What's it gonna be? It's Xenoblade. Right? Yeah, it's a remake of the first one. That's a shame. For me, at least. I don't really care about Xenoblade. People are probably freaking out right now.
Do you wish to change it?
Or it's perhaps a sequel?
The future.
Ah, it's the first game. Cool. Is it really the last announcement? Yeah, it probably is. It's a huge reveal. Alright, another big game to look forward to for most fans.
2010年に Wii で発売されたモノリスソフト開発のゼノブレイドがゼノブレイドディフィニティブエディションとして任天堂スイッチで生まれ変わります。来年2020年の発売を予定していますので、今後の続報をお待ちください。本日の放送は以上です。ご視聴いただき
Okay.
ありがとうございました。
Let's check out the Banjo-Kazooie footage. Alright, nice direct overall. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm really curious about the music and the stage and
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game. In our last showcase, I talked a little bit about Hero. Today, I'd like to show you all how to use Banjo and Kazooie. You may feel like some time has passed since our Hero showcase, but we're actually recording this only 2 days after that broadcast.
Oh!
We sure are busy, even if I say so myself. Now that today's Nintendo Direct is over, please let me take just a little bit more time. You may remember in the Hero showcase, I was playing by myself, using 2 controllers, like this. With Hero, if you cast spells using command selection, any opposing heroes will block those attacks automatically using their shields. So in the background, I was actually using the second controller to make the hero look away or do moves so my attacks would connect. Today I have my controllers set up side by side, but back in the GameCube days, I lined them up vertically, like this. Try doing this with the Nintendo Switch Pro controllers, however, and you'll end up accidentally pressing the L and R buttons.
It's so funny
even though it's a bit of a pain, I do it like
how he
this.
explains it.
This time around, I'll also be doing my best to control 2 fighters at once, kind of like Banjo and Kazooie, 2 characters acting as one. Alright, let's get started. So, what is Banjo-Kazooie? Well, in terms of genre, it's similar to Super Mario 64, and it was first released on Nintendo 64 back in 1998. The character Banjo made his first appearance a year earlier in a game called Diddy Kong Racing. After that, Banjo-Kazooie was released, and then Banjo-Tooie. Two titles were then released for Game Boy Advance, although they never came to Japan.
Oh.
And then there's Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which was released on Xbox 360.
What?
As some of you may know, the
Microsoft.
Banjo-Kazooie IP now belongs to Microsoft.
Rival platform holder.
Technically, they're a rival platform holder. Even so, they were happy for Banjo and Kazooie to join the Super Smash Bros. Series.
Cool they recognize it.
For that,
Right.
I'm extremely grateful. Rare also welcomed us with open arms. So, if you want to play Banjo-Kazooie today, you can do so on Xbox. I know this is a Nintendo broadcast, but please, give the game a try on Xbox.
What?
Now let's talk about the music. The Banjo-Kazooie series music has a country feel to it. If we were to include this music in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as is, it wouldn't really match the atmosphere of battle, so we put a lot of effort into arranging the music for the game. We'd like to play for you several of these arrangements during the showcase. Up here, yes, here, you'll see the track names. Okay, let's take a look at the fighter.
Okay, cool.
So this is Banjo and Kazooie in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's Kazooie. We're using a special ROM today, so the camera is a bit different from the production version. We've included lots of actions Banjo and Kazooie use in their original game. For example, the Talon Trot here is used for their dash. And their jumps are based on abilities like Flap Flip and Feathery Flap. Their neutral attack is called Claw Swipe. This ability looks similar to this in the original game, but we've built upon the original motion so it better fits the action of our game. Their flurry attack is a rat-a-tat-rat. Their dash attack is a forward roll, which is something Donkey Kong uses as well.
Oh, yeah.
This move is a pretty useful one. Their down tilt is Beak Barge. Their up smash is Bill Drill. It looks a bit different from their original games, but the animation reflects the fact that it's a consecutive attack. In Japanese, their side smash is called Harisen Kazooie. Harisen is a word that only exists in Japanese, so I was curious what this move would be called in the West. In English, it's called Breagle Bash. I think Breagle is the type of bird Kazooie is, so this basically means bird bash, which is pretty accurate. Their neutral air is Wing Whack.
Cool.
Their back air is an air rat-a-tat-rat, which hits 3 times. Their down air is Beak Buster, which they use to downstab as they drop. As you can see, even their regular attacks are based on attacks from their original game. The down and up taunts were something that existed in the Banjo-Kazooie series too. The up taunt is based on an animation from Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, where Banjo sometimes stretches. Now I'd like to go over their special moves. First, their neutral special is Egg Firing. It's pretty much their go-to move. The eggs bounce, and by holding down the button when launching the eggs, you'll do the attack you see here, Breagle Blaster. Breagle Blaster is based on this part in Banjo-Tooie where the screen mimics an FPS. You can hold the button for auto fire, but as you do, the power of the eggs will gradually decrease, so you'll need to be careful. You can cancel it by crouching or pressing the shield button. Next, their side special is Wonder Wing. As in their original game, it's an invincible charging attack. It's fairly powerful and will basically win against any other attack. However, You can see some feathers above Banjo's head. There are 5 of them in total, and I just used up all of them. After using them up, you won't be able to use the attack again until you lose a stock.
Oh.
Since the remaining uses of Wonder Wing only appear above their heads once activated, you'll really need to make sure you hammer the number of uses into your head. You can use it as a recovery option, and since it's likely to trump counterattacks, it doesn't have many disadvantages, but it does have a weak point. If it's blocked with a shield, for instance, you'll be wide open to attack. In addition, you can be grabbed during this move. At any rate, keep track of how many Wonder Wing uses you have left. And when fighting against Banjo and Kazooie, make sure to take action against this attack and remember to keep an eye on it. It's important to keep this in mind. Next is their up special, Shock Spring Jump. This move utilizes the Shock Spring pad from their original game. There are a few things to note. First, you can hit your opponents with the Shock Spring pad.
Cool.
It can be used to recover, and it's throwable too. Also, it's pretty different from other up specials that carry the fighter upward in that you're still able to jump in midair after using it, meaning you can jump twice in a row. So if you're falling, you can use it like this, jump and then dodge, increasing your ability to recover.
You can even hear the sticks of the controller he's using.
By the way, the height of a Shock Spring jump will change depending on how long you hold the button down. Note the slight difference in height. Next, for their down special, Rear Egg, they'll fire a grenade out of his backpack. It's a grenade egg. This is a slightly odd projectile in that it can only be launched behind the fighter.
Interesting.
And because the grenade egg is football shaped, its bouncy trajectory can be unpredictable. After a certain time, it will explode. I think it will be a useful tool for keeping opponents in check. It's treated like an item, so you can pick it up and throw it.
Oh, interesting.
Your opponents can also throw it back at you. But its detonation sequence is relatively short, so both you and your opponents will need to make sure you throw it quickly, or it will explode while you're still holding it. I guess there are a lot of different ways to use this ability.
It's gonna be annoying.
Lastly, their final smash
it's Final
is the Mighty
Smash.
Ginginator. The Mighty Ginginator is what delivered the final blow to Gruntilda in their original game. This move will send your opponents flying. This stage is called Kurukuruyama in Japan, but in the West it's called Spiral Mountain. As you can see, it's a mountain where the bottom portion is a spiral shape. A rotation icon will appear, and the stage will spin. This is quite unusual, even for the Super Smash Bros. Series. It's truly unique. Anything on the stage, items or otherwise, will also move. As the stage turns, the shape of Spiral Mountain will also transform, meaning your recovery points will also change.
Cool.
Platforms like this will appear from time to time. A bridge will also appear when Gruntilda's lair is visible. Now that we've covered both the fighter and the stage, let's go ahead and jump into some actual battles. This time, I'll be taking on not just one, but 2 fighters in a team battle. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong versus Banjo and Kazooie. Hang on, so there are actually 2 on my side too? So I should be fine, right? Probably not. In fact, definitely not. Looks like I'm gonna get beaten up pretty bad if I just stand around, so I'll play carefully. I should probably keep them in check. Your eggs, which can be fired forward or backward, are useful at times like this, and thanks to Kazooie, Banjo and Kazooie can use moves with a relatively wide range of attack. We'll make good use of these as we take them on. Note we're playing with items on.
Oh, confusing when the stage spirals. Okay.
I think we're doing pretty good so far.
That's
I have
orientating,
2
really.
opponents, and since items are on, they'll have twice as many opportunities to pick up items. And since the final smash meter is on, the opponent can use it twice. I'm at quite a disadvantage, but I'm going to try my hardest.
It's getting late.
I can use Wonderwing 2 more times.
Early in the morning.
Oops,
For
I guess I
work.
should be explaining all their moves, huh? Auto fire, auto fire. Ooh, ouch.
But man, it's cool though.
Oh, their final smash meter's filled up. You can have that. Now. And nice.
Oh, nice. That's a nice way.
Now that there's one less opponent, this should be easier.
It's also so nice that even more DLC characters will be available.
I do want
That's
to
so
use
cool.
Final Smash, but it might be a bit tough. Oh, that's good.
Cool.
And final smash. I forced him out, so I win. Banjo picks up the Jiggy from the original game. Guh. That's a wrap.
Oh, that's a wrap, okay.
I'd also like to talk about some of the cameos that liven up the stage. First, we have the witch Gruntilda.
Cool.
In
Treasure truck
Banjo-Kazooie, this poor
thing,
soul was
music.
sealed underground by a boulder. Anyway, she's very cruel, and you can hear all about her from her sister, Brentilda.
Oh, nice
This is
music.
Bottles, a mole, and another poor soul. His fate is sealed in the beginning of Banjo-Tooie. He's a friend of Banjo and Kazooie. Next is Mumbo Jumbo. This poor soul had all of his Mumbo tokens stolen by Gruntilda. He helps you out in many ways throughout the game. And we have Tootie. Can you spot her? She's running at the bottom. She's tiny and you can barely even make her out. But by zooming in, you can see all the detail, even at her size. You could probably make an action game just using this. She's raising havoc on the vegetable patch for some reason. And after that, she strikes an enigmatic taunt. Now she's heading back home. She looks all calm when you look at her this way, but this soul is actually the saddest of all the souls. You'd understand how miserable she really is if you saw the game over scene in Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh.
Maybe she's not going home?
Amazing.
Here come the Jinjo. We saw some of these a short while ago when the mighty Jinjonator appeared. They come in many different colors and were hidden throughout the world by Gruntilda in the original game, so you could say they're also sad souls. And now we see something floating around in the background. These are our basic enemy characters called Buzz Bombs, but since they can float around, they're lucky enough to have made the cut in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is what they look like close up. It's basically a dragonfly, right? We put a lot of thought into the guest characters as well, and we put a lot of effort into these hard-to-see areas, so I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, song collection.
Next, let's talk music. As I mentioned earlier, we're taking country-style music and adapting it for use in battle. We're including a total
That
of
sounds
10 music
cool.
tracks.
That's nice. Wow.
Of these, 7 are entirely new arrangements.
The 3 originals.
I've always thought that getting all this for $5.99 is a fantastic deal. So, I hope you enjoy it. The music for Spiral Mountain was arranged by Grant Kirkhope. He created the original Banjo-Kazooie's music. I've worked with many musicians over the years, but this is the first time I've worked with a musician outside of Japan. I was a bit worried about whether my directions would be understood, but he did an absolutely wonderful job. And here's the list of tracks this time. Each of the new tracks has been carefully
Cool.
tailored to match the action taking place on screen.
Version 5 update. Yeah, there we
Alongside the
go.
launch of Banjo and Kazooie, there will also be a software update.
There we go.
We're very pleased with the sales of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And to
Another
express
game
our
mode.
appreciation, we
Another
added
game
another
mode.
which will pretty much be our final
Our
release.
final
I'm going to go ahead and play,
game
so
mode. What's
please
it?
take a listen.
Oh, what's it?
And here it is.
Oh, okay.
You need to damage the sandbag in front of you as
Okay,
much as
well,
possible.
cool.
And with this bat, not with this, but this bat. And off it goes. High. Maybe a little too high. And so, Home Run Contest makes its
Home run
return.
contest, yeah.
It's been powered up in various ways compared to previous Home Run contests, so please enjoy. This time, Sandbag has flown 300 kilometers. I think that's about the distance from Tokyo to Nagoya. That's if you drive on the Tomei Expressway. You can actually play with a second player. Let's give it a go. Attack, attack, keep attacking using both players. Time to strike. Here we go. No. This isn't how you're supposed to play the game. When I say two players can take part, I mean friends can play together, and not just playing as two fighters. I hope you play this with your friends. In shared content, many people have uploaded their customized Mii fighters. Up until now, it may have been a little difficult to use since you were not able to customize their special moves. But moving forward, you will be able to freely customize their special moves.
Okay.
If you find a Mii fighter that you like the look of, you can freely download them and set the special moves however you want and play as them.
Okay.
However, this will not be applied to Mii fighters created before this software update, and only applies to Mii fighters created after the update. So I hope you re-upload your Mii fighters. Please enjoy many different varieties of Mii fighters. We will add in some Mii fighter costumes as well.
Okay,
Please
cool.
take a look.
New costumes. Okay. Mega Man. Oh, Proto Man. Yeah, cool. Cool. More Mega Man. Oh, Zero. Yeah. Cool. Pokemon. Team Rocket, okay. Nice. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's Sans. Oh, people are gonna freak out about this. Oh no. Sans is a smash. Oh, people are gonna freak out. Sans. With new music. Okay, that's cool.
We've added a costume for Sans from Undertale, who was a popular request. And this Sans outfit also comes with a music track. This will be listed in the other category, so you can check it out there. The arrangement was made by none other than the creator of Undertale himself, Toby Fox. Toby has actually visited my house, and we played Super Smash Bros.
Cool.
Ultimate together. He was actually really good. Of all the guests, he was probably the strongest. When we both chose random and played, the win ratio was about half and half. Or I may have been losing. Next, I'd like to talk about a new set of amiibo that will
Amiibo,
soon be available.
yeah. Amiibo.
Squirtle,
Squirtle? Oh, but didn't we already see this one?
Ivysaur, and Snake. I wonder why he was hiding. They will each be available on September 20th.
Nice. But that's soon, yeah, of course.
The software update, including the Banjo and Kazooie DLC, will be available today.
Nice. Terry Bogard, yeah, but
As mentioned in Nintendo Direct, Terry Bogard will be joining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Although we showed the reveal trailer, there was hardly any in-game footage. Some of you may wonder where the in-game footage is. Well, it's shaping up nicely. But we weren't quite ready to include it in the reveal. That SNK Neo Geo
Yeah, it
was
was fun.
fun, wasn't it? I'd like to show you just a little bit of in-game footage of Terry.
oh, whoa.
Here you go.
Oh, cool. The stage as well. Nice stage. Boy.
Finally, it was announced
Even
that
more
there will be
DLC
even
characters.
more DLC fighters. To me, it feels like the finish line is sliding farther away. You may wonder, how much longer can he be involved with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? But I'm also excited. Adding more characters into the game means that more game worlds will be added to the series. And ultimately, that means that there will be an even greater opportunity to delight the fans. At the same time, I feel that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is now representing so many characters and game worlds that it's become an enormous game. Even if the Super Smash Bros. Series continues moving forward, I doubt there will ever be an opportunity to bring this many characters together again. And so I want to keep improving on this record as much as possible. And I will continue to work hard at developing the game. I appreciate your support. That's it for today. Thank you very much.
Wow. Okay, so that was truly it. It's finally over. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Not a lot of really big announcements, but pretty nice. Like I said, my expectations weren't really that high, and yeah, I'm satisfied, and I'm happy. And holy cow, Banjo is out right now, and that's awesome. And more DLC characters. And boy, what else? Black Flag is pretty sweet. Overwatch coming to the Switch is nice. And Doom 64, wow. And Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one, remastered on Switch. Also pretty cool. Not a fan, but cool that it's coming. Not a lot of information on Pokemon Sword and Shield, which was a shame. Luigi's Mansion 3 looks amazing. Cool to see some new footage of Animal Crossing. It looked amazing. And yeah, that will be it for me today. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day.